Welcome to episode 4 of the Elevation Room. Back in business, baby. Today we got a handful of questions, and the questions are going to be regarding confidence. What does confidence mean to you? How do you build confidence in your life? And all questions revolving around confidence. So we're excited to dive into these questions today. We're happy to be back for episode 4. Before we dive into these questions, though, I just want to catch up with these guys, see how these guys have been doing over this past week since we last filmed. So what's been going on in your guys' lives, the past little week since we last filmed episode 3 of the Elevation Room?
First of all, guys, the Blue Jays made the World Series.
Yes, sir.
The Mariners lose.
We were all watching that like last 2 nights ago. It was a crazy game. Shout out Springer. That was a crazy
That
hit.
was so hype.
That was
That was a
lit.
crazy hit.
That was lit.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, the usual stuff. I had one test this week, I should say. Today, actually, before I filmed this. Overall, gym, school, working, watching the Jays. Me and Nate, actually, we started the challenge too. We're doing cardio every single day until 2026. There's about 70 days from today.
Yep.
So we're working hard on that. At least 30 minutes of Stairmaster or a 3-kilometer run. But other than that, I've been pretty good doing my own thing. What about you guys?
I've been chilling, man. Just doing my same old. Working, school. I had midterms this week. Watching the Jays with the boys, like Morgan said.
Yes, sir.
That Springer hit had the boys jumping. That was
Yep.
that was a hell of a game, man. But yeah, same old for me. Just been grinding. Pretty much life's been on repeat for the past 6 months for me. So yeah. What about you, Nate?
Yeah, I mean, very exciting times. Go Jays, go. The Mariners lose.
Dale.
So very happy about that as a lifelong Jays fan. This is the first time in our lives that we've ever seen our team go to the World Series. So you best believe we're going to be rallying around the Jays for the next series in the World Series. So we're going to be going crazy for that. On
Yes,
top
sir.
of that, I finished my race this past Saturday that I was talking about in the last episode. The race went amazing. It was a great experience. It was right downtown Toronto, so it was so cool to be running around in the streets of Toronto. Because usually those streets, to me, they're filled with cars, filled with people walking around, but the streets were literally rented out for the race.
That's sick.
So it was cool to be running. I was running past the CN Tower. And like I was saying in the last episode, I was going for a PR. I managed to get an official PR. So
Nice.
Yes, sir.
very happy about that. I did 24 minutes, 30 seconds. I pretty much sprinted the whole way. And it was pretty easy for me to do because I had so much adrenaline. And also people were just cheering me on and stuff. One funny thing that happened in the race is I was sprinting off the start. And because so many people start in the starting line, right? So I was trying to weave around a bunch of people, right? And I was sprinting, try to pass by everyone. And right when I was about to turn a corner, I seen this lady cheering. I was like, oh damn, that's Olivia Chow, the mayor of Toronto. Bro, the mayor of Toronto was cheering me on. I was it was such a weird feeling because I was sprinting and I just run past the mayor of Toronto. It was so weird.
That's so random.
But yeah, the race went great. It was a great experience overall, and I'd love to do another one. This race was only a 5K. I got to check off the other races on my bucket list. So, 10K next, half marathon. And I know at this point I'm really far from the actual full marathon. I got a lot of training to do. But, I mean, if I put my mind to it, I can get through it. So, I mean, that's definitely a bucket list item that I have to complete in my lifetime. Other than that, yeah, Mo said we started the cardio challenge. And, yeah, we're doing cardio every single day until the end of 2025. So, I started yesterday when there were 71 days left. So, I'm 2 days in right now. 70 days left until the new year.
Yes,
Really, what this challenge is for is really just to go into 2026 as the best version of ourselves. Because I'm not gonna lie, usually during the end of the year when Christmas comes around and stuff, I kind of tend to slack off. I'm digging into the shortbread cookies. I'm drinking hot chocolate quite often. So this challenge is another challenge to keep me accountable, keep me disciplined, and keep me in peak condition going into 2026. Because like we said before, we have lots of huge things planned for 2026. But yeah, other than that, happy to be back for episode 4 of the Elevation Room. Like I said, this episode is based around confidence as a young man. So we have some good questions that we wrote up today. But yeah, we won't hold it any longer. we should just dive straight into the questions, right?
Agreed.
Let's get into
You
it.
guys ready? Cool. So I'll go ahead and read the first question that we have. The first question about confidence as a young man is, what does confidence mean to you, and how do you build it in your life? If any of you guys want to start with that question.
Mo, you want to hit it first?
Kind of a heavy hitting question, I'm not gonna lie, because
is.
there's so many variables.
Yeah.
When it
Takes a
comes
minute to think
confidence.
about that one for
Yeah,
sure.
you really got to think about it. But the thing with the podcast, it forces you to act on the fly.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because you get asked the question and you got to answer right away. So
Okay, I'll just be honest, straight up raw with it. Like I'll just
yeah, let's dive into it. What does confidence mean to you, Ollie, and how do you build it in your life?
Yeah. So honestly, confidence for me is just feeling good and being happy with myself. That's pretty much what confidence means to me, just to sum it all up. But the ways that I build my confidence is by working hard and just doing things that make me feel purpose. So like doing things that like kind of fulfill me and just make me happy and make me feel good. Like, for example, working out, grinding business, just like doing things that make me feel good about myself and that push me towards my goals. Those ensure confidence in me, and those make me want to just, and they just make me feel better overall. They make me feel like I'm doing something right, and they make me feel happy at the end of the day. So I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. That's what confidence means to me. What about
Nice.
you, Mo?
Read it for me one more time, real quick.
What does confidence mean to you, and how do you build it in your life?
I'm gonna answer this simultaneously. So, like, for me, really quick, what confidence means is it's like a proof of concept to me. Like, if I say I'm gonna do something, I gotta do it, and when I do it, that's what builds confidence in my life. That's what confidence means to me. So, if I say I'm gonna do cardio for the rest of 2026 and I achieve that, I'm gonna be more confident. If I say I'm gonna do cardio and then after like 20 days, 10 days, I quit, I will lose confidence in myself because, I mean, if I can't even stick to my own word, like, I don't know, I wouldn't be confident, right? So overall, to me, confidence is just overall proof of concept and just doing what you say you're gonna do. And the way, obviously, that I would build it up in my day-to-day life is by doing what I say I'm gonna do. If I say I'm gonna wake up at 7 a.m. or if I'm gonna study or if I'm gonna eat healthy, whatever it is, I have to do it. That's what makes me more confident. And then other small things would be, you know, like going to the gym. Like I said, going to the gym, just saying what I'm going to do. If I say I'm going to do something, I have to achieve it. That's what makes me more confident. That's what I think confidence is, really, for anybody. If you say you're going to approach that woman, then do it. You'll feel more confident. You know what I mean? If you say you're going to quit whatever you want to quit, then quit it. That will make you more confident naturally. When you don't stick to your word, it's hard to be a confident person. That's what I think. What do you think, Nate?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great definition that you gave. Confidence is just having proof that you are who you say you are. I totally 100% agree with that. I also think confidence doesn't just come overnight, right? Like, you have to work for it. Like Morgan said, showing up for yourself every single day. And I totally agree with that. If you say you're going to go to the gym, you say you're going to do your cardio, if you follow through with that, you'll gain a little bit more of confidence, right? So confidence definitely doesn't come overnight. And I can use an experience that I had in my own life. When I was 16 years old is when I first started working out and going to the gym. It was actually during quarantine. So I didn't actually have a real gym to go to, but I would work out in my garage and stick to my diet, do my cardio, right? And during this time, from January all the way to June, I had a massive body transformation. My whole life, I was a chubby kid, and I totally transformed my body. I lost 30 pounds. I got shredded. I put some muscle on. I had a little bit of a growth spurt. So naturally, people started treating me really differently because I was a different version of myself, you know? Like, I wasn't that short, chubby kid anymore. I was a tall, shredded, strong, handsome man, right? And like I say, confidence doesn't come overnight because when I first went through this transformation, I would walk around in a different body that I built, but I would still feel like that same chubby kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it really just took me time to settle in with the body that I built to realize and to actually gain that confidence. So that's just like proof to me that confidence doesn't come overnight. It has to be built. But yeah, I totally agree. Confidence is having a stack of Confidence is having a stack of undeniable proof that you are who you say you are. That quote is from Alex Hormozy, and it couldn't be more right. Because the more proof you have that you are this guy that constantly goes to this gym or this guy that constantly works on his business, the more confident you're going to be in those fields because you know that you show up for yourself every day there. For example, if you have like a test, right? If I have a test on Friday and I don't study for it, I'm naturally not going to be confident for writing that test. But if you study every single day for 3 weeks before that test, going into that test, you're going to be so confident. So confidence comes from preparation and showing up for yourself every single day so you can identify yourself as the guy that you say you are. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'd say for this first question here. You guys want to
That's a good answer.
elaborate on that anymore? Or?
I have something quick to say too. I mean,
Yeah.
it can work both ways, right? With the test analogy, you said that if you study every day, like you'll show up more confident, right?
100%, yeah.
But at the same time too, like there's people out there that would just not study and they would just engrave in their brain, I'm already smart. I don't need to know. I don't need to study. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they might show up. Maybe, you know, when it comes to actually writing, they don't know anything, but they've still kind of brainwashed themselves to think that they can pass that test. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of works both ways, but we'll get into that, I feel like, a bit later in other questions. But I feel like obviously like you want to have that proof to actually feel confident, but some people can get away with just saying, oh, I'm going to do it. Like, you know, I'm good enough to do it. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. Two ways to me.
Yeah.
No, I actually completely agree with that too, because like, I don't know, there's some situations where like if there's less pressure, I'll perform better. So for example, like the testing, like if I like don't study that much, like I'm not expecting much out of it, right?
Yeah.
So like for like somehow like I'll still do like better than like if I study like a little bit, you know what I mean? Like it's weird. Like obviously like studying is gonna make you better, but I feel like if I'm not expecting much out of it, like I'll always overperform.
Because you're confident.
I don't know.
That happens
I
to me a lot.
understand. I understand the angle which you guys are coming from when it comes to that, but what I truly believe is the more preparation you have, the more confident you'll become. So, for example, like we use the example with the test. Like they're saying, like sometimes you can study less for a test and show up confident because you just know in your mind that you're the smart guy that can pass the test. But I think like just having that preparation, for me, at least speaking my own personal experience, like it just builds me so much confidence. Like I walk in there knowing that I'm gonna ace it. And even if you like, you know, if you're public speaking, when I was a kid in elementary school, we did like a public speaking event. And I remember like I memorized my whole speech. And my speech was about the tsunami that happened in Japan. I think it was back in like 2011 or something. But I memorized my whole speech like as a young kid. And by me like just putting those reps in, reading that speech every single night leading up to the event, I won the public speaking award for my school. So I think the more preparation that you have for something, the more confident you'll become in any aspect of your life. That's what I truly believe.
I agree as well.
Yeah.
Like I think like when it comes to that, yes. No, I actually completely agree. Yeah, but there's always that weird circumstance. Like I'm just speaking from a personal standpoint. Like just like the test thing. If it's like a test that I know like everything on, I'm gonna be more nervous for it because I'm gonna be like, yo, like I've studied so hard, like
Yeah,
I
like,
put all
how
this
could you
time in.
mess this
Like how
up?
could I mess this up? Yeah. But if I go in like knowing nothing, like somehow I can usually pull it together. Like it's weird. Like it's weird how that works. Like
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's
like
kind of
less
like
pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that's kind of like a intuitive type of confidence.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Like just like having confidence in yourself.
Yeah, and just like not expecting much. So like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what
It's
you mean.
it's kind of weird, but
Yeah.
no, I genuinely do agree with you though. Like putting in that work will ensure confidence in you, like for
Yeah.
sure, in pretty much every aspect of life.
Okay, last thing real quick. We should probably move on. I agree. Okay, I agree with both of you guys. But like what I was trying to say is like think about like Allen Iverson, like, oh, I don't need to practice. You know what I mean? He just had that confidence in him. Like he's that guy, right? Like if I get on the court,
He is that guy.
I'm winning. We're winning the game.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
he has that dog mentality.
Yeah.
But like the reason he has that dog mentality is the years of
Yeah, he put in
preparation
the
Yeah,
work
true,
that got
true,
him
true,
there, right?
true.
Like he didn't just randomly become that dog.
Yeah.
He's been doing it for years, and that's why he's like, you know, we talk about practice. Like seriously, you know what I mean? Like he earned his right to say that because he's such a dog on the court.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
no, yeah,
he's
for
that
sure.
guy, and he wouldn't be that guy if he wasn't putting those reps in.
Yeah.
You know, like he gained that confidence through the work he put in.
Yeah, because if he never practiced basketball, like he'd be ass. You
Like,
know what I mean?
yeah,
He'd get
sure.
dropped.
Yeah.
No, I'm playing.
He'd get dropped.
Hey,
Allen Iverson.
cool. So you guys want to move on to
Let's
the next
go, let's
question
go,
now?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so first question, we kind of just defined what confidence means to us, so you guys have a better understanding of where our heads are at. This next question, I'll go ahead and read it. Can you truly become successful without confidence?
Honestly, okay. I don't think you have a shot to become successful without confidence. You seriously need it, like actually. Like in order to make like a risky like move, a risky play, something that might propel you very high but also might set you back a little bit, you need to be confident in your choice to make that move, right? For example, like if I wanted to invest in a certain like company, but I wasn't sure of the upside or downside fully, I would have to be confident in my decision, like, oh, this company's definitely gonna blow up, like we're gonna make a lot of money, whatever, right? If I'm not confident in my decision, I'm gonna back out or I might do something stupid. I think that to become successful, for sure, you need confidence. For example, social media, right? A lot of people are blowing up on social media, posting content consistently. You have to be confident to post on social media. If you're not confident to post your face, post your voice, post your image, how can you expect to become successful? And even beyond social media, business, whatever it is, solo traveling, whatever you want to do to become successful, going to the gym, even the smallest things like gym, eating healthy, or as big as like starting a business, starting a company, you have to be confident in your skills and confident that you're actually going to make it. If you're not confident in what you can achieve and what you can do, I mean, I don't think there's a conversation there. Like, you need to be confident to become successful.
Yeah, you do for sure. Like to
Yeah.
add on to what you said too, like, and nobody's gonna trust you if you're not confident.
Exactly.
Like, who's gonna trust someone who's like wishy-washy? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's like you need to be trusted if you're gonna be like successful. Like,
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
doubt about that. If you're gonna be a business owner, your employees have to trust you. Everyone that's relying on you, your customers, your clients, everything. Like, you have to be confident in your service. Like at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think self-belief and confidence, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
And for example, if you're on the come up for whatever you want to do, right? You're an athlete, you're trying to make it big on social media, you're trying to get into the business world, and a confident person that has the self-belief believes in themselves, so they don't need others to believe in them for them, right? So for example, like if we're filming a podcast and we're trying to build this, right? If someone comments like a hate comment or whatever, we automatically disregard the comment and we don't care about it because we believe in ourselves. We don't need other people to believe in us for us, right?
Yeah, we don't need the validation.
So in
Yeah.
order to get success, you 100% have to believe in yourself. And the only way you're going to be able to believe in yourself fully is if you're a confident person, if you are okay with betting on yourself. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think absolutely you can't become successful without confidence.
Yeah. Do you guys think, like, just a quick side question, do you guys think like that, like self-belief, like the sort of like delusion that you're going to be successful, like when you're not, do you think that's born or like earned, like as you grow up and stuff like that? Like, do you think you're born with that? Like
Just
intuition?
knowing you're going to like be successful.
Just
whatever
knowing
you-
you're going to be successful. Do you think you're born with that, or do you think like you can develop that over time?
I don't know. I think it totally depends on your circumstance, right? Like, if you grew up in an environment where like your role models were all successful, then you're probably more inclined to become this successful person. But if you grew up in an environment, you know, where you're poor and your role models aren't as successful, you probably won't have those higher ambitions for yourself.
Yeah.
So I think it's developed as you age. I don't think you're born with it. But yes, you are born with some people are just born with natural confidence, I'd say. However, as far as like knowing that you're going to be successful, like, cuz everyone has a different route they want to go down, right? Some people want to be mega successful, some people just want to live a normal quiet life, right? So I think it really depends on the person and the circumstance.
Yeah. No, yeah. I think so too. Because like for as long as I can remember, it was definitely like engraved in me that I could literally do anything. Like I guess that's just kind of like the self-belief that I've always had. Like when I was younger, I wanted to be a baseball player. Like I genuinely thought I could become a baseball player. Like there was never any like doubt. But it's like, I don't know. I think it's just self, like people like call it like the delusion, but I think it's just like self-belief, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
I think delusion and self belief are like hand in hand.
Yeah, it's the same thing, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because one person's something that someone would call delusion could be somebody's their normalcy, right? So like, if I'm doing something, right, like I'm posting videos on social media every single day, a lot of people will call that delusional to post every single day and see no significant result. But to me, it's just normal because I set the standard for myself. To other people, they think it's stupid, they think it's delusional. But at the end of the day, what I truly believe in is consistency leads to inevitable success. So if you start something and you keep doing it and you never quit, inevitably you're going to succeed in whatever field you decide to go to, right? But yeah, even like success and confidence, how they play hand in hand, like just having like the confidence social skills, like in order to become successful in any field, you need to be able to make these connections. You need to be able to collaborate with people. You need to be able to meet people, right? And you're not going to be able to do that if you're not a confident person.
Yeah.
You're going to just be staying inside, scared of social interactions.
Yeah, I think if you're not confident as well, it's like you won't genuinely try your hardest to like complete something because you have that self-doubt.
Yeah.
But if you're just confident and you have the delusion, like you're going to try your hardest because you know you're going to do it. So
That's a good point.
yeah, like
That's facts. Yeah. You guys want to move on to the next question? Or you guys have
let's do
anything
it.
else to
I'm
say
down.
here?
I'm down. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Morgan, you got the third question?
Yes,
for us?
sir.
Cool.
All right, boys. Okay, question number 3 for the boys. How did you gain the confidence to start posting on social media, guys?
Oh, shoot.
Where'd that come from?
I can answer this question first.
Bet.
Run it.
So my whole life, I have been posting on social media. However, just as of recent, it's become my own personal brand. For pretty much my whole life, I've been posting on like anonymous accounts, just trying to build like accounts online. And I remember when I was a young kid, I had like a account where I would do like hockey trick shots and stuff like that because I
I
love
remember
hockey.
that. Yeah.
And this was like really young, like we were in like elementary school and stuff. So I'd post like hockey videos of me doing like certain like dangles or shots and stuff like that and put them out there online with music. But I wasn't showing my face or anything. I was scared to like actually fully put myself out there. And then I built a few other anonymous accounts like throughout the years. And just recently in the past year, because I started posting September 2024, so just over a year ago, I decided to post my first video, and I was posting like health and fitness related content in the gym. And if I were to say, how did I gain the confidence to start posting on social media? I would say, I don't know, because it was so weird how it happened. Like I just turned 20 years old and I realized that I wanted more out of life and I wanted to become an exceptional person. And you can't become an exceptional person if you're not the exception, right? So most people around me, they're not posting videos on social media. So I decided that if I want to become the exception, I would have to start doing something that most people aren't, right? So it's so weird. I just decided I was ready to start putting videos out there and start living this life of abundance, you know, being everywhere, people seeing me online, like reaching out to hundreds of thousands of people. And I don't know how I gained the confidence to start posting on social media. I think when I first started posting on social media, I wasn't like fully confident, but just like getting those posts in every single day, each post just gained me a little bit more confidence. And also like seeing people around me do it, like Morgan was posting before me. So he was definitely like a big inspiration for me to start posting. I had other friends that were pretty successful online too that kind of inspired me to do it as well. But yeah, I was just ready to start, you know, like I just started because I was ready and I was ready to put myself out there. So yeah, what about you guys?
You want to go for it?
Sure, yeah. So here's like my like little backstory. So in high school and stuff, like even in like middle school and all that, I was never really big into social media. Like I would never really post myself. Like I'm pretty sure I went the entire high school duration without posting like a photo on my Instagram. And I think it was due to either insecurity or just like I didn't really care about it that much. Like I never really had like a passion towards social media and stuff like that. But the one click moment for me was when Morgan posted his first YouTube video. I saw it. I'm like, bro, like if Morgan can do it, like I can definitely do it. I'm like, bro, like come on, yeah. I just Mo literally gave me that confidence. Like him putting himself out there just showed me like, bro, like this guy's literally my best friend. Like how can he do it and I can't do it? Like I have to do it. And I remember I was telling these guys for like over a year. I'm pretty sure I was telling you for over a year. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. Like I'm gonna post, but I never did it. And then there was one other moment for me. So I started my social media just under a year ago. I think it was in February or January of this year, actually. So I was watching consistently, like I was always watching like those Iman Ghazi videos, like those successful business owners, like all those business gurus on YouTube. And I always, like I've had my business for 3 years now too. So I've always been grinding. And there was one guy, it was Brez Scales. I was watching Brez Scales like so much. Every single day I would come home, I'd watch a Brez Scales video. And he would show off like how he's grinding and how he's just in his room on his computer working hard. And I was literally doing the same thing at the time too. So I was just thinking in my head, like, why can't I do this and why can't I be successful like him if I'm doing the same thing? Like I'm grinding on my computer, like just making personable content. And like he really inspired me to do it, because that month after I started watching him, I started posting my running videos on social media, my 30 days running videos. And then from there, I started posting business content. And then recently I've kind of fallen off the wagon, but I really want to get back onto it, consistent posting and just posting stuff about my business, which I really enjoy doing. And yeah, that's pretty much how I gained my confidence to post on social media, and just the exposure of all my friends doing it too. Nate, Morgan, just posting every single day. It just really inspired me to do it as well. What about you, Mo?
Yo, I like that. But honestly, for me, I don't know where it came from, because, well, obviously, like Nate, like when I was in middle school, I mean, not middle school, like primary school, like grade 5, our grade 6 teacher, she was like crazy, like with Ultimate Frisbee. She was obsessed with it. And so everyone, she like brought everyone like Frisbees. They're called like Ultra Stars. I forget the name, but like they're like the Ultimate Frisbee, like grade Frisbees. So everyone got them for like $5. So like they cost like $80. So like me, like a whole bunch of people from our school, we started posting like trick shots.
I
like
remember
Ultimate
those videos, yeah.
Yeah, like I turned.
Dude, perfect.
Yeah, yeah, they were doing it too.
Yeah.
So like we were all like posting like trick shots, like hitting the goal post from like half the field and stuff. But like Nate, I wasn't really showing my face really. Like I'd be facing away, like throwing the Frisbee, right? But flash forward to like 2023, like the beginning of 2023, like of school year, September. Honestly, it was never in my plan or goal to post content. I would always hang out with this one guy in the gym. You guys know him, Justin.
Mhm.
And he had a YouTube channel. And he would post all the self-improvement stuff, like eat healthy, like you shouldn't stay up late, like journal, all this stuff he was doing. I'm like, yo, that's sick. Like I would start a YouTube channel. He's like, why not? And then I was like, I'm just kind of nervous too. And he's like, hey, you're making one today. Like he didn't even give me a choice. He's like, you're coming over or setting up a YouTube channel. You're posting a video today. So he made me like film like an intro. That's the video.
Oh, he
remember
made
that.
he
He
made
made me make that.
Wait,
Yo,
were
wait,
you
wait.
in his house? Like
That was
doing
in his apartment.
Wait, yo, was he watching you? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
wow.
yo, that's scary.
So this guy
bro.
got held captive to make his first
Yeah.
video.
He's like, you're making a video.
Wow.
And I was so nervous. I was sweating. I was like shaking in the chair. I remember I was like saying like all this like Toronto like slang. So I was so scared. I wanted to look cool. I hated my voice. I hated the way like people would portray me online. I was so nervous. I was like shaking. And he like made me do it. So like
Yeah.
I'm always like grateful for him for that, because after that I started just posting videos. Like I was posting like every other day on YouTube.
Yeah, I remember.
And I
That
would
was
just I would
crazy.
AI
Yeah, you were so
yeah.
consistent, bro. Like,
Yeah.
He put you right into the
Yeah.
deep
He
end.
did,
eh?
yeah. And I would
Yeah.
AI clip every video. I'd post like the most random, like most embarrassing like reels. I can see them now. I scroll them on my TikTok. They're so bad, but it made me, I don't know, to where I am now. Obviously, I'm not as consistent anymore. But back then, I was posting like 3 reels a day, like noon, 2 p.m., and like 6 p.m. every day. And looking back at it, they were so bad, but I'm so happy it happened, because like now I literally just don't care.
bro,
Like-
that's so funny to hear like the backstory
Yeah.
of how you did it. Because like
Yeah.
I remember just seeing that on my Instagram. I'm like, bro, no way, this guy
Yeah.
Morgan did that. Like,
I wanted to do it, but I was too scared to. And
Mm.
when I said that, he like bit it, and he's like, "No, like you're doing it today. Like he's like, you're making a channel."
bro. Taking Justin was probably the one that started all of us just
Yeah,
because of you.
literally,
like,
yeah.
The butterfly
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
yeah.
crazy though, because like even when I started posting videos, like I was 2 months in, 3 months in, I was just posting videos of me working out in the gym,
Yeah.
and I wasn't actually posting videos of me like talking to my camera. And I remember when I first tried to speak in front of my camera, I couldn't articulate a sentence and I just froze up. I couldn't say what I wanted to say. It was so weird. It was like something that I've never done before, which it was. I've never spoken to a camera before. And when I first held the camera up to my face and tried to speak, I really couldn't do it. And I think this is a universal experience for most people when they first try to speak in front of the camera. Um, Eventually, after like probably like 20 tries, I was able to become coherent and form a sentence for my first ever video that I put out there. But yeah, like it was so scary for me to speak in front of the camera for the first time because you're just thinking like, oh, all these people that I know are gonna be watching me speak online, which I think to it now, I'm like, it's kind of stupid because I talk to the people that I know every single day in person. What's the difference if they hear me speak online? There's literally no difference. And it's crazy because I think like one of the biggest fears that most people have is the fear of public speaking. Like people are genuinely more scared of public speaking than like getting kidnapped or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And speaking, putting yourself out there on social media and making videos of yourself speaking is literally public speaking. So that's why I think it's so scary for people to do it because they're scared of that fear of judgment. But at the end of the day, the more you expose yourself to the fear of judgment, the more videos that I put out there onto the internet, the less I cared. And now I'm at a point where I really don't care. I've posted videos every single day for a year straight, over 500 videos. I run a podcast now. Everyone that I know knows about my videos, my whole family, aunts, uncles, people that I went to high school with, and I really don't care because I've exposed myself to the fear of judgment so much that I don't have a fear of judgment anymore when it comes to putting videos out there online. So yeah, it's such a beautiful thing, and it helps you gain a lot of confidence too because when you start putting yourself out there on the social media, you truly have nothing to hide. And it's genuinely affected my confidence in my real life as well. When I show up to work, when I show up to the gym, when I show up to events, I'm a more confident person because of this fear of judgment that I overcame just from posting on social media. So if you guys have ever thought, if you guys have anything that you're interested in, right? You're interested in fashion, you're interested in music, you're interested in books, start creating videos about what you're passionate about because you'll meet other like-minded people that are passionate about the same thing as you, and you'll also gain confidence as well. So that's what I'll leave it at.
I just want to say one more thing too. I had a similar experience too when I was posting my first ever talking to the camera video. I remember I was so scared to do it. I would like go in my car and like drive to the parking lot because I'd be too scared that like my parents would hear it like upstairs. I'd be like, yo, I don't want to be like embarrassed like by like my parents and stuff. But yo, let me know if you guys agree with this. I think starting out on social media, obviously it's the hardest part, but like one of the reasons why it's the hardest part is because at the very beginning, it's only people you know who see your stuff. You have to get like over that first hump. So then there's like just randoms viewing your stuff, right? But like at the very beginning, it's all people like from your local area and like people from your high school like viewing your stuff. And that's like one of the scariest parts, I swear.
You know what I have in the back of my mind? Because I've been on social media for over a year and I build a pretty solid personal brand. So I have like random people from all over the world following me right now. But I have this opinion right now with this podcast because this podcast is more of a local thing right now. We're still small. So that means that everyone that we know in real life is viewing our podcast.
That's what I mean. Like,
So we're at that beginning stage. But what I think in the back of my mind is I think these people are just watching this podcast and waiting for it to fail. They're like, when are these guys going to finally give up so I can laugh at them?
Or like,
But the thing
when are they
is,
going to say something stupid or like?
We're not going to stop. We're going to continue to build this podcast until we have something substantial. So it's going to be so cool, in a little bit of time from now when we have people from all over the world following us and listening to us. Because I feel like the people that we know that stick around to watch you in your beginning stages and don't show support, they're just waiting for you to like give up. They're like, when's this guy going to finally give up? When's this guy finally going to get the message that no one wants to hear him speak? And I was in that stage for a long time. I was posting videos every single day and didn't even have 500 followers. But now I'm at a stage where I have a couple thousands of followers from all over the world, and I've helped inspire and motivate people from all over the world. It's such a blessing, and I'm only going to keep building from here.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. Yeah.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But yo,
That's what I-
also to real quick with that public speaking part, that's so facts. Because I remember in middle school and like even high school, I'd like be sweating in front of the class, even though the people I see every day.
Yeah.
The second I step in front of them, I'd start sweating. I'm so nervous. I'm stuttering. I'm looking down at my paper, my speech. But since I started posting, like that's the main reason why I started posting. 'Cause I was just so scared to speak. I'm like, fuck it. Like I'm just gonna post these videos of me speaking about helping people, and it'll help me get over my fear of just like people hearing me speak. And then every presentation since that, I just don't even care. Like
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Like
bro, it's like the exposure therapy.
Yeah,
Like, bro, because
exactly.
once you step out of that comfort zone, like you build more confidence because you're like, yo, what can be worse than this?
exactly.
And like, yo, going into a school presentation is like a no-brainer now because we talk online like every day. So
Yeah.
like, it's just like the exposure therapy and stepping out of the comfort zone, which really builds the confidence. And that's what happened for me. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, when you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to be scared about or to be nervous about. When you're
Yeah.
fully out there, you fully put yourself out there, whether it's onto the internet or whether it's public speaking in real life, you gain confidence because you're fully putting yourself out there and you're not being artificial. You have nothing to hide, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Being able to be fully transparent means you're confident, I'd say.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Cool. You guys want to move on to the next question now?
Yeah, for
Let's
sure.
do it.
Who's got the next question?
Well, I think I got a question
you
for
got the next question. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. So who's someone you guys look up to that embodies confidence, and what do you think makes them so confident? Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Go for it.
All right. So when we wrote this question down before the episode, I immediately thought of this one person, because this person just comes across as such a confident, person, and I also thought of like this one clip that I heard of this guy speaking in a podcast, and he was kind of like speaking about the topic of confidence and how he's so confident. So I'll explain to you what he said in that clip as well. But when I think of confidence, as far as someone I look up to that embodies confidence, I think of Matthew McConaughey. He's like one of the greatest actors around right now, and he just comes across as such a charismatic guy. You know, every movie he's in, he's just slick. He's smooth when he speaks. He's like a tall, handsome guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's just a guy that you kind of gravitate towards, a guy that you kind of want to be like. And for me, yeah, I totally would like to be like Matthew McConaughey, you know, like slick speaking, charismatic, tall, handsome. You know what I mean? Like, who wouldn't want to be that guy? And the reason I immediately thought of Matthew McConaughey when I heard about confidence and what this episode was about is because I heard him speaking in a podcast clip. Somebody asked him a question. I don't know which podcast it was on, but somebody asked him a question. He's like, Matthew, like, how do you become such a confident person? Like, how are you not scared to put yourself out there? And like, they basically essentially asked him, like, how are you so cool? Because he's such a cool guy. And he said that if you want to be confident, you want to be cool, you got to own what you're doing. So for example, like if I post on social media, someone comes up to me and they're like, yo, Nate, I saw your videos, right? And if I go like, oh, you saw my videos? Like, oh, cool. Like, and I'm nervous about it, that's me coming across as a non-confident person. But if someone comes up to me and they say, Nate, I saw your videos, and I'd be like, oh, great, did you like the video? Or like, how'd you like the video? Tell me what you liked about the video. And I come across as a person that's proud of what I'm putting out, then you're coming across automatically as a more confident and cooler person, essentially.
Yeah.
Right? So I think just owning what you do and wearing it on your chest makes yourself come across as a more confident person. So that's the one person. I thought of another person when it comes to embodying confidence. So that first person was Matthew McConaughey. This next person I want to speak about, it's a different kind of confidence, I'd say. I'd say it's more of a natural confidence. When I think of somebody that embodies confidence, I think of, because I'm a massive Buffalo Bills fan, I think of Stephon Diggs, because he's that guy that always wants to be the wide receiver one. You know, whatever wide receiver room he goes to, he's the dog in the room. And like, just for me watching sports my whole life, like there's teams that have like guys on the team that are just dogs. You know what I mean? Like each team has like good players, but then there's like some teams that just have guys that are like dogs. And Stephon Diggs is one of those dogs. He's a guy that has that mentality where it's like, I'm him. You know what I mean? Like he's the one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he wears that on his chest. And I've seen so many videos of him, you know, scoring touchdowns and screaming into the camera like, I'm him. You know what I mean? Like, so I think Stephon Diggs has that relentless confidence and that relentless self-belief. So when I think of somebody that embodies confidence that I look up to, I definitely think of Stephon Diggs when I hear that. But yeah, what do you guys have to say?
Yo, can you read me the question really quick?
Of course. Who's someone you look up to that embodies confidence, and what do you think makes them so confident?
Okay, I have two as well, like Nate. This guy's an actor as well. He's in a lot of movies. I watch a lot of his movies. Like when I go on Netflix or whatever, I go on to watch movies, I just search up this guy's name. And that guy's name's Kevin Hart.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I love Kevin Hart. He's a funny guy. He's charismatic. Obviously, he's not the biggest guy in the room. He's not the largest in terms of height, body, whatever. But every movie he's in, he's a star, and he's just funny. And I think what makes him so confident is that he embraces, like Nate said, he embraces who he is. You know what I mean? Like he knows who he is, what he can do, and he doesn't let anyone else's opinions bother him. And I think too, a lot of the reasons why in like a lot of his movies where like his character or his role like is like making jokes or like getting embarrassed is because they just know that like it doesn't faze him. You know what I mean? Like he just doesn't care, and he just embodies so much confidence. He cracks jokes. He's charismatic. He's I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it, but like I've just always been like drawn towards him and his confidence. I don't know what it is.
Yo, I just want to say something because it just made me think automatically, like how you said Kevin Hart's like not a big guy. He's like short.
Yeah.
He's small. But the thing is, there's a lot of guys out there that are short, small, but they have such a big personality.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart's one of those guys that, you know, like naturally, if you're shorter or smaller, you're naturally going to be less confidence. But he's one of those guys that doesn't let his size affect him. And he just has the biggest personality. And any room he walks into, he's most likely the most confident guy in that room.
For sure.
So it's just so cool to see that, you know, like as far as height or as far as physique goes, like none of that matters. What matters is, you know, showing up for yourself and having that big personality.
Yeah, because he probably had to deal with that, you know, like his whole life, you know, people making fun of him and stuff. And I feel like he just embodies that now. He's like, I don't care. Like, this is who I am. And his personality just overshadows just every other, like, every other bad thing about him. Like, his personality, that's just who he is. That's what he's known for. You know what I mean?
You got to respect that.
Because you do, yeah, for sure.
Definitely got to respect that.
Yeah. And then the other guy, this guy's more recent. We all know who he is. I watch his videos all the time. He's very successful in the coaching fitness
I know who
business.
you're going to say,
Yeah. I'm talking about John Mark Stevenson. He's a fitness coach. He lives in Miami, whatever. But I just love his confidence because he posted his whole journey from like nothing, like being like broke. He's literally our age too, to being like a millionaire, achieving his dream. He posted every day, you know, doing push-ups, being in the gym, posting content, aggression talks in his car. And I think what makes him so confident is that he's stuck to who he is or what he wants to achieve. And like we were saying for question 1, he has that proof of concept. He was waking up at 5 a.m. every morning. He was doing what needed to be done to move himself forward, and that's what makes him so confident. And now that he's actually achieved what he has, I mean, you probably can't break that confidence. You know what I mean?
No.
If you just stick to what you want to do and you achieve it, obviously you're going to be the most confident guy. And he still shows that today in his videos. You know what I mean? So I would say I look up to him in terms of his grind, his work ethic. That's super confident to me, and I just love it. So I would say him and Kevin Hart for sure.
Yo, I think John Mark, like to me, like, because it's crazy because John Mark is our age, and he's like a millionaire. He's, you know, he's driving Ferraris, stuff like that. I think he's so confident because of, like we talked about earlier, all the stuff that he's been through, all the work that he's put in. And when I hear John Mark talk, even though he's our age, he just seems like such an older, wiser guy. But he's really just our age. And the reason he comes across as such a older, wiser guy is because of the experiences that he's been through. So he has that stack of undeniable proof that he is who he says he is. And I think that's what makes him such a confident guy.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are all really good answers. Yeah. So for me, I'm just going off exactly what came to my head when I first heard the question. Who do I look up to and who has undeniable confidence? the first one I thought of, you guys might not. I don't know. He doesn't come off too confident, but like deep down he's confident. Like I've been watching him since I've been in high school. Iman Gadzhi, that guy is literally, he's been my role model for as long as I can remember now. I've been watching his videos since I was in high school, and just the way he carries himself, like he just walks around with so much confidence. Like he's just like, he knows what he's achieved and he knows what he does. He has that stack of undeniable proof, like what Nate said. Like he just comes off so confident, and he just like, I don't know, he's like nonchalant confident. Like
It's like low key.
He's low key confident, but like he's like that. And I strive to be like the same way. Like I want to be the one guy in the room who's like overly overly confident, overly successful, but I'm like I don't really show it like that. Like I think like that's just like,
So you're saying like he's not like flashy?
he's not flashy. Like he just kind of like he wears it, but like he doesn't wear it at the same time. Like he just just because of what he's achieved, he knows he's confident. Like he posts his on social media, the way he speaks is so elegant. Like you just know every single word that comes out of his mouth is gonna be facts. Like he just he's just built that reputation for himself, and like he's just confident. That's all I can say.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I think because you were saying like maybe to the average person he wouldn't come across as the most confident guy because he's not flashy or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you guys don't know who Iman Gadzhi is, he's like a billionaire, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, technically.
He's like
damn
mega
near, yeah.
successful billionaire,
Mega successful, young, just
right? Young, good-looking guy, and just knowing that he had the self-belief to get to where he is, the crazy amount of success that he has, the crazy amount of money that he has, already shows that he's such a confident guy, right? Because in order to be confident, like we said, you need to have the self-belief. And he had that self-belief from day one to get to where he is now.
Yeah,
right?
and like his come up too is just so inspiring. Like he must have been born with it, because like I feel like he's had that delusion for his entire life, and like he grew up in a tough situation with his mother and stuff. Like you can watch his videos and stuff. He has an amazing come up story, and just the fact that he was able to like fight through all that stuff and just continue to thrive and become super successful is just so inspiring to me. And yeah, I just strive to be like that one day, and it's just a really cool story, and he's just so confident.
Yeah.
But I have one more. This is like a completely different side of confidence, but this is the other guy I thought about when confidence came to my mind. Obviously, you guys agree with me, Conor McGregor. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he wears it. Obviously, he's flashy, like he's flashy confident, but he's proof that like confidence will like make you win. Like he might not have been the most skilled fighter out there, but he had that self-belief that made him win. Like
He spoke what he was doing into existence. Like before he
Exactly.
knocked out Aldo, he was in the change room practicing the move that he knocked out Aldo with.
bro, he just
crazy.
knows he's gonna win. Like he just like that level of confidence is just ridiculous. Like
It makes you think like, because like, yeah, Conor McGregor is a great example. It makes you think like, how does a guy achieve that much confidence?
yeah. How do you achieve that
Like,
much confidence?
Because like right now, like, you know, we're young men, we think we're relatively confident, but then you look at a guy like Conor McGregor, it's like, how in the world do you achieve that? You know what I mean?
Like
And
he's
I
literally
don't
the
know.
man who felt
Yeah.
no fear, like because he was so confident in his ability to do so. And like I want to get like that. Like I want to be so confident. I am confident in my ability to do so, but I want to become like that level of confident, like
Yeah.
Conor McGregor. That's just undeniable confidence. Like anybody who looks at him or talks to him will know like he's the man just by talking to him.
I definitely think like Conor McGregor had that same mindset where you have to be delusional.
Yeah.
Because I think delusion means believing in yourself when no one else believes in you. And as far as like speaking things into existence, like it's crazy because Conor McGregor basically did everything that he said he was going to do.
Mhm.
And it's very inspirational, like what he did.
Yeah,
know what I
it's,
mean?
it's inspirational.
He's like a calm, cool, composed killer. You know what I mean? Like he'll be in front of thousands of people, millions of people watching, and he'll be on the mic just spitting the most elegant sentences you've ever heard.
Yeah.
Right? Like when he was talking crap to Jose Aldo and he was saying like, you know, if this was back in the 1800s, the McGregor family would roll up to your favela on horseback. I was like, bro, this guy's spitting fire in a situation where there's millions of people listening and he's just so calm, cool, composed. He has that killer mentality. And I feel like having that killer mentality is what guys that reach the peak performance tend to usually have.
Yeah.
And that's where I was going with that with the test analogy earlier. like guys like McGregor,
Like who just naturally
just
have it.
got
right?
it.
Yeah,
You know
yo,
what I mean?
I know what you mean now.
Yeah.
Now that we circle back to that, if you gave Conor McGregor a test on like a book that he didn't even read, he'd probably walk into that test like hella confident.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
He'd be
sure.
like, these fucking tests, man. You know what I mean? Like, he's just that
I'm
guy
not studying
that's
for this test.
I'm not studying for this fucking test, man. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you gotta love that guy.
That guy is he's
And see, the thing is, bro, when you're a confident guy like that, when you're a guy like Conor McGregor, you know, you're a guy like Matthew McConaughey, you just naturally, a normal person will gravitate towards those types of people because they see that they're so certain in themselves. And it's just like an attractive trait to have. And that's another reason why you can't become successful without confidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
But also too, then you also get haters with that too. People who envy your confidence.
yeah, you get haters, but like
Yeah.
a confident man is not going to care
Oh yeah.
about any of the
Yeah.
hatred that comes. He's not going to believe
Yeah.
it. A guy that's not confident, if he gets a hate comment or somebody's critiquing him, he's going to believe what those critiquers have to say.
For sure.
Yeah,
But a guy that's confident is not going to believe it, and he's going to keep pushing forward.
Yeah, because some people just value other people's words before themselves. And I think that's like such an unconfident trait. Like you have to build confidence so you can trust yourself. Like
It's a sign of weakness, 100%.
it's a sign of weakness
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. Like it just wraps back to the same thing. Like you need to be confident to be successful for sure, hands
Yeah.
down.
Cool.
No doubt.
You guys want to move on? We got one final
Let's do
question
it.
left.
Let's do it.
Let's move on to this last question here. This is a great question. Do you think confidence is contagious in friend groups? Do you think if I were to jump off a cliff, would you follow suit because it gave you the confidence to do so? That's a pretty extreme example, but just like
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it gets
Yeah.
the point across. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just gonna start off by saying like we can all kind of jump in, but I think we're living proof right here that it does. Because like
Facts.
Yeah.
we wouldn't be just one person on a podcast here. Like we've all inspired each other to do this, and just we give each other the confidence to come on here every single week
Yeah.
and do this.
I totally agree. Like how we all post on social media, how Morgan started posting on social media first, but it kind of made me inspired, and then I wanted to start posting, and then Ollie saw both of us doing it, and he wanted to start posting, and now we're running this podcast together
Yeah.
on social media. It's like we never would have been here if somebody never decided to take the first step to just
Yeah.
start.
Yeah,
Right?
and if we weren't a part of the same friend group too, like obviously the confidence came from the friend group because we're all here today. So
Yeah, it's so important who you surround yourself
Mm-hmm.
with and who you like look up to and who you decide to like become inspired by. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like for example, like how did I gain the confidence to go on a solo travel journey? Well, most people like wouldn't have the confidence to do that any time in their life, right? Like I speak to a lot of people, they would say, I would never go solo travel. Like you're such a confident person for doing that. I commend you for that, right? But the reason I was able to do it is because I had some friends that have actually solo traveled before. And I spoke to them about their solo travels and their experiences and stuff like that. And that really gave me the confidence, and it really gave me the green light to go ahead and do it myself. So I think it's just like when you have good friends that are doing courageous things, it makes you want to follow suit.
yeah, and like
Sure.
like I hear this quote all the time, like you are the sum of like the four main people you hang around with, and that's so true. I feel like
Definitely they have a massive influence on like what you do.
yeah.
Like if we were all sitting at home drinking Mountain Dew gaming, you know what I mean? Like I can guarantee you right now we wouldn't have this podcast.
For sure not.
We'd all be gamers.
We'd have a Discord, but
Yeah.
we wouldn't have a podcast.
Yeah, that's so true though. Like whoever you surround yourself with, like if like gaming, if we all wanted to drink, like we'd all be drinkers. You know what I mean? It works however you want to look at it. We all want to post content. We all want to elevate. So of course we're gonna do things to elevate ourselves. But overall, yeah, like easily. I mean, if I decided to start a podcast, but I didn't have these guys with me, like what? Would I just sit here by myself and just just speak in an empty room? You need friends that want the same things as you, that want to like achieve what you want to achieve. Not necessarily exactly, but overall improvement stuff. You know what I mean? Like going to the gym, going for runs, eating healthy, cardio, posting content, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think it's essential. Yeah.
I think like in a friendship, you should be able to feed off each other's energy. So if Morgan's, you know, if we're out and Morgan's, like this is just a hypothetical, Morgan's like, you know, talking to everyone, he's being social, talking to girls, whatever. And I'm naturally a guy that's like a nervous person, like antisocial person, but I see my best friend doing it, then it's gonna make me want to follow suit more, right? Like
Yeah.
I would feed off his energy and want to be more like him because I see he's doing this courageous thing, right? So just feeding off each other's energy is huge in friendships. And yeah, definitely confidence is contagious in friendships for sure.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like even like I feel like this kind of social media stuff has become kind of like a social norm for our friend group as well. Because I have people come up to me all the time and say like people in my family, like neighbors and stuff who have seen the podcast, seen my stuff on Instagram, and they say like, how do you kind of like how do you gain like the confidence to like put yourself out there and speak online and stuff? And some of them say like, oh, like I'm just too scared to do that. And I just said it's because of the friend group that I'm a part of. It's become like so normal for us to do this that it doesn't even phase us when we do it anymore. Like it's kind of just a social norm. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because for most friend groups, you know, having a podcast is not a normal thing, you know?
But the
Each of
social
us-
media stuff is so normal for us.
Each
so
of
it
us
doesn't
running
matter.
personal brands, it's not a normal thing for most friend groups, but it's normal for our friend group
Yeah.
because, you know, we had the courage to just start. And, you know, like I said, if you want to become exceptional, you have to become the exception. You have to do things that other people aren't willing to do. And 100% that's what we're doing with our friend group, you know, starting this podcast. I don't know any other friend group from where we're from that has a podcast.
Yeah. Me
You know
neither.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we didn't have people, you know, in our area to look up to as far as starting a podcast goes. We have to set the way for ourselves.
Yeah.
And just building off each other's energy and, you know, influencing each other in the right way has led us to this point.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool, guys. So we're about an hour in. Is there anything else you guys want to touch up on? Anything you want to get out before we wrap this episode out? You know, wrap it up here.
I have a quick little go around question.
Let's hear it.
Bet.
I'm kind of nervous for this one.
Is this a merry-go-round question or a go-around question?
Quick little go around.
Sure. Let's hear it.
Okay. We were talking about this one before the podcast, but I want to ask it low key.
Yeah.
Do you guys like? I don't know how to word it, but like, how important do you guys think looks are to confidence? Like, do you think it matters, or is it more internal? Is it more external? Like, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I could take this one. So, I mean, for me personally, just considering my whole life, just growing up a chubby kid with low confidence, for me, I put a lot of value on my looks and how I present myself.
Yeah.
So it's part of the reason why I go to the gym every single day is because I want to look like the best version of myself. I want to be jacked, essentially. So I think looks matter so much when it comes to my own confidence. And every time that I, you know, have a massive cheat meal on the weekend, or, you know, Christmas comes around and I'm eating Christmas cookies, hot chocolate, I actually lose a little bit of confidence in myself. And if I want to gain that confidence right back, all it takes for me is, you know, one good day of sticking to my diet, getting in the gym, doing my cardio. And just like that, I'm back on track. I'm feeling like myself again. But yeah, 100%, like my appearance and my confidence levels are directly correlated. You know, if I'm working on myself, if I'm presenting myself nicely, wearing a nice outfit, you know, keeping up with my hygiene, I'm going to naturally be a more confident person.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think how you present yourself directly correlates with confidence. If you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to be a confident person.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Look good, feel good at the end of the day. Like
Exactly.
if I'm wearing like a good outfit, or if I'm feeling good with myself, if I've been working out, if I've been doing things, that plays a huge role in my confidence. But I don't think looks is the biggest thing for me for confidence, for sure not. I think it's what I do daily, my daily inputs. If I'm going to work, if I'm doing my thing, I'll come home at that night and I'll feel super confident with myself because of the stuff I'm producing and what I'm doing and what I'm working towards. But yes, I do agree, looks does correlate to confidence for sure. What do you think, Mo?
I would say the same. Like, in the grand scheme of things, like, it shouldn't really matter so much how you look. I think it's more of just like how society is. But I honestly agree. Like, obviously for me too, like growing up chubby, like I feel like if I binge eat, go on a bender of eating junk food, like obviously my confidence goes down. But overall, I would say like obviously like it matters. Like if you have a nice haircut, you're wearing a good outfit, you're gonna feel better. You're gonna be more willing to do something you wouldn't normally do if you didn't have those things. But overall, yeah, I think it matters more what you do in the day to put confidence in yourself. But for guys like me and Nate who grew up chubby, like obviously that includes the gym. So I think it's hand in hand overall. I would say, yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's good.
Cool. You guys good to wrap it up now, or anything else you want to add on?
I'm good to wrap it up. That was good.
I'm
Cool.
good too.
Yeah, I just want to say before we fully wrap this up, you just listened to episode 4 of The Elevation Room, and I just want to say that I'm very happy with the way that we've been consistent. That was our 4th episode. We launched less than a month ago, and we managed to get 4 episodes in this first month since we launched. So good job, guys. I'm very happy about that. And each episode, we've said this before, but we're just going to try to improve our speaking skills, improve our thinking skills,
Yeah, improve the
our
quality of the content.
quality,
everything.
Yeah.
topic of discussions, everything like that. As long as we get 1% better each episode, that's all that matters. By the time we hit episode 100, we're going to be doing things the right way.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching episode 4 of The Elevation Room. That was the episode on confidence. We'll be back with you guys very soon with another episode. But yeah, thanks for watching The Elevation Room.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out.